It isn't always Shakespeare, but it's genuine. It's a life.
I'm not gonna make it. You're gonna have to go on without me.
Welcome back. Not gonna make it. Episode 4. We're here. It's happening. On a shoestring budget, funding just got pulled. I don't know if you guys heard. Everywhere was apparently funded by USAID. It's got a ridiculous amount of money going out the door, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's what I keep hearing. Everybody's saying it's just the tip of the iceberg. The tip of the iceberg. You know, the tip. Sometimes the hardest part. It can just be the tip. The rest of it, once it's well, you know. So the hardest part has been getting into to USAID to find out where the fuck is all this money going, and apparently it's just going to bullshit. Apparently the USAID money is just fucking going to whoever wants it. They're funding the obese rappers coming out of Detroit. Go ahead and pull that up. There was a woman. I believe she was a rapper from Detroit, right?
Yeah, her name is Doja Blanding, Dajua. I don't know how you would pronounce Doja. Dajua.
Dajua.
Dajua. Deja, I think. She probably pronounces it Deja. But yeah, her name is Deja Blanding from Detroit.
No, what's her rap name, dude? What the fuck do I have you here for, dude? What does she go as? She was on the fucking Breakfast Club. What is her name?
Dank DeMoss. Dank DeMoss.
Dank DeMoss?
I can't even make that.
Well, I'm mad at you for her name. That's ridiculous. Dank DeMoss is funded by USAID, dude. Nobody gets that fat. Nobody gets that fat in Detroit. Like, you shouldn't be that fat where other people are starving and on drugs, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, if everybody around you is smoking crack, why are you fat? You know, she doesn't fit in. And I guess ultimately that was the issue. That's going to be the big issue for Lyft, for rideshare services, is that this man who drives Uber, it might have been Young Jock for all we know, pulls up and sees Dank DeMoss and is like, no fucking way, dude. No way is she getting in my backseat and... It's going to weigh my car down wrong. I just got my alignment done. Like, you know when you get your alignment and it's just perfect and no matter how fucked up you are, you can drive in a straight line because it just fucking holds steady? I just had that and then I fucked my car up because I had to give a fat bitch a ride home, dude. It was...
Do you think he just, like, did that thing where he drove... Like, he saw her and knew it was her and then there was a puddle in front of her and he just drove through the puddle?
And it splashed her. That would be funny. That would have been hilarious if Dank DeMoss got fucking splashed. Like, yeah, that's hilarious. And then I mean, I guess her argument is this: she has a friend with the same make and model car, and she's like, I could fit. I've been in that kind of car before. I could fit.
It's like when you're moving furniture out of a house and you go, we don't got to take the legs off.
We got it in. You know what I'm saying? We got it in. Like, it's got to get out, you know? That's her thinking. He's like, hell no. It's fucking up my suspension. My brakes are bad. We're going to fucking rear end somebody. That's ridiculous. There's no way. You got to be human sized to ride in the car. And
she was probably pissed being on the Breakfast Club when there was no breakfast.
Dibs. How does that make you feel, you fucking idiot? You can have that. You know, I bet she enjoyed it. I didn't watch it. I did watch like a compilation of Charlemagne not like holding back, him being like, how would you feel if you was in a rap battle and they said it was a 20v1 when it's just y'all on stage? Which, that's objectively funny.
Charlemagne is probably the perfect person to interview her.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah. Everyone else would succumb.
She said fat was the F word. I did see that clip from the interview.
It's the P word.
No, that's when fat was good. You don't even know. You're too young. You don't get that. But fat has a stigma, right? Like, you know, fat is generally frowned upon. And I mean, you can look at all the studies that suggest that like socioeconomic class has a lot to do with your level of attraction to like the opposite sex being larger. Are you familiar with this?
I didn't know that. Are there
The
studies
poorer
on this?
you are, the bigger you like them. That's a fact.
Okay.
Look it up.
I will.
Pull that up. It's why the ultra rich, they've never moved away from that like rail thin, like, you know, cocaine skinny fucking fashion week bitches. I don't even think those women are ideally like the most high. I
don't think so.
like a woman who is, you know, a woman. We've talked enough about women on this podcast. They only make up 5% of our viewership. Let's not pander right now. But you know, I like, you know, the ones in the magazine, but not like the magazines from the 2000s where they were like super skinny like the rich guys like them.
Yeah.
I actually like what's going on now. You know?
I think now, like what we transitioned into.
Well, hang on. Choice of words is important here, Joe.
Transitioned into.
Yeah. I think what most rappers' baby mamas look like is basically pretty ideal. That's like
I'm gonna put a picture of Lil Durk's baby mama over you saying
not
that.
his first baby mama, not his first one. But dude, don't say that because OTF Nikki will come and find you, dude. You don't know about her, dude. She was really in these streets, fool.
She is a real one.
Yeah, certified. What you know about that, Joe? You don't know nothing about that. You're gonna wake up and fucking OTF Nikki is gonna be standing over you with a knife, looking like Chucky.
So there is a video that I think we need to play, and you've probably already seen it, but there's no way it doesn't make it into it. There's a video of her falling on stage.
I mean, yeah.
I think that is hilarious.
I think we edit you out even saying that, Joe. That sucks. That really sucks. You can put it in, but there's nothing there for me. You know, I don't know, dude. It's embarrassing, right? People of size, POS. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the abbreviations. The POS, I'm not calling them pieces of shit. I'm calling them people of size. That's what they want to be called now. The people of size, they've got it bad right now. RFK just got confirmed, as predicted, on not going to make it. And he's opening the fat camps, dude. Dank DeMoss, lock her ass up. She's patient number 0. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna throw her in. Have you seen the little diagrams that have been floating around where it's like they have these poles sticking up out of the ground? It's like this open air. It's an open air prison, is what it is. But these poles are sticking up out of the ground, and there's human-sized openings where they could just walk out anytime they wanted. And there's a big tub of water for drinking, and then there's treadmills, and you just stick them in there, and you can power the country a little bit while they're doing that, and then when they are human sized, they just walk right out of there.
She's probably gonna collab with Dave Blunt's.
I hope so. If there's time, we need to get them in a studio. If there's a studio that will support that weight, get them in the booth. That would be fire.
They're both.
It would just be called 1,000 pounds, and it's just two of them. It's like the 1,000-pound sisters.
But yeah, sisters.
Yeah. Well, Dave Blunt's is a dude, but
Big brother and big sister.
I like. Have you seen 1,000-pound sisters? Like episode 1,
I've
just
seen
the
1,000
pilot
Pound
when
Sisters.
it kicks off. It's so intense. They're like, we need to go to the junkyard to get weighed. And they have to throw them up on the fucking scale. And she's like, when I fucking am on one of them scales, I just feel like one of them trucks. And it's just like, God damn, lady. Like, you feel like one of those trucks. you need to get to moving like one. Holy shit. Lack of exercise was her main issue. She just refused to do it. I watched all 12 seasons. I did not. Yeah.
I thought they lost the weight.
I think one of them did, at least. I stopped watching very quickly. I just, I was laying around. I just didn't have the energy to finish it. I just I find that sometimes. I just other than food, I always finish that. No, dude, I don't understand why. I know it's in our food, and I know that they make our food addictive, right? That's all the companies. That's why they put the sugar in everything. That's why everything's caffeinated. That's why it's got the dyes and the oils, because it's poison, but it's addictive. You keep going back for more. Why do you keep going back for more when you know it's bad? I don't understand. Food is not that good. Food's not better than drugs. If you have money, you should buy drugs, not food. Look at what homeless people are doing.
They would spend money on drugs before food.
100%, because they've got it figured out, dude. They're in that situation every day. They're really hungry, and they still choose to spend money on drugs regardless. I don't understand this. I don't get how people could be foodies.
Well, I think that more or less refers to when you review food.
Right. No, it's oh, I love food so much. Food is so delicious. It's they use words like orgasmic, and they use they describe food with all this panache, all this there's a certain je ne sais quoi to the way people describe food nowadays. They talk about it like they're having, a realization about God or life or, women, just something that people haven't quite figured out yet. And food is just pretty regular, if you ask me. It's not all that, I forget to eat all the time because it's really just not that good.
I feel like you're looking at me I eat all the time. I love to eat.
But is it all that?
I've never used the word orgasmic. I would take a foot rub over a sandwich.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Things are so much better than food. I get how people are drug addicts. I get how people are sex addicts. I get how people are gambling addicts. How are you addicted to eating? I just don't
I just think they haven't bridged the gap yet. I think if you were to show them drugs, they would immediately choose drugs.
But they don't.
Yeah, they just haven't bridged it yet.
I don't know. They're shutting down all the Planned Parenthoods and reopening them as fat camps. I don't know. Maybe they've just been. Where are these fat people coming from?
They've been in hiding.
No, maybe at Planned Parenthood they've been making the fat people. They've been putting the dead babies together, and every fat person that you see is really just 5 dead babies sewn together and fed a regiment of human growth hormones, testosterone, and they get fat as fuck, and then they walk around and they're just miserable. They're like, oh yeah, give me 2 seats on an airplane. They're like, oh, I can fit in the back seat of that fucking Lyft. No, you can't. That's ridiculous.
It's like when the mad scientist makes a creature and it comes out and it's like,
yeah, it's Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Fat people are Frankenstein. Fat people have been made. It's funded by USAID. It's funded by the government. Apparently, everything is money. What's her name? Dank DeMoss. Dank DeMoss is a fucking CIA plant, dude. She's here to distract us from whatever the fuck else is going on.
This whole Lyft suit is just to keep our eyes off of
this lawsuit is fucking frivolous. I don't see this having legs to stand on. Wah, wah. Whatever. Dibs. I don't care. I don't give a shit, dude. It's fucking. It's about. By the time this airs, Valentine's Day will have occurred. Most of you will be pregnant. Most of you will have children on the way, and the Planned Parenthoods are shutting down, dude. They texted me for money. They deleted all their Instagram posts and texted me for money. As a former street W word, I know exactly what that means, dude. Planned Parenthood is about to get active. They're about to start bombing churches. Believe me when I say this, Planned Parenthood has got their shit together, dude. They are tactical. I volunteered at a Planned Parenthood once when I was 18 because they give you a free T-shirt, and that's basically like a debit card for easy pussy with unlimited swipes on it. It's bright pink, and it's like it says some retarded shit like protect women's bodies, or I don't know. It might just say Planned Parenthood, but it's fucking yeah. They go for it, you know, and. The Planned Parenthoods now, they're going to have to repurpose because a lot of these states, abortion's a big no-no now. They're talking about conception begins at erection in Ohio.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're going way back, you know? Yeah. All right.
You weren't kidding. They deleted all their posts, and on their Instagram story, it's like a black screen with just the two eye emojis, like they're about to drop an album.
Yeah, no, they're about to catch a case, dude. Yeah. This is a fucking 17-year-old Philadelphia basketball star / murderer who runs the Planned Parenthood page. Who would have guessed, you know? We'll look at the communities that are disproportionately affected by Planned Parenthood if you have a moment to research those stats. We'll let you do that at home. Joe, don't look that up.
I'm not even going to try.
Yeah, don't. It's, you know, because there's... It's an issue, right? These Planned Parenthoods, that they provide valuable things. You need to get tested for STDs. As much as I joke around, you should probably get tested, because if we all just got tested and got on antibiotics, most curable STDs would be eradicated almost immediately, you know? Like if somebody did a bit, I feel like it was Carlin or CK or something, where like if everybody stopped fucking for like a week and we just took our meds, like most of the shit we would not have to worry about. We could just fuck for free forever, which is true, right? And Planned Parenthood has been trying to do that. They have been trying to, you know, prevent STDs. They have been trying to, you know, take care of unwanted pregnancies by means of murder. And I don't know, dude. I have no stance. My stance is get them. I don't care. Who gives
the babies?
No. Well, who knows? You know?
Yeah. I say fuck.
We'll edit all of this into something else. You know, we're not even going to edit it out. It's tough to have a stance on something like that. I'm pro-abortion. You should be able to get them, because having a baby is, nobody wants that, right? If you don't want it, no. But at the same time, like, people being like, I want to be trans and I want to be artificially inseminated so I can get the first abortion. Some people are sick. Some people, when they say shit about abortion, you just need to be like, okay, why don't we go talk about this outside, and then shoot them in the back of the head and fucking kneel them over and make them look like they're sleeping up against the fucking trash can. Just make them look like they're sleeping. Like, okay, this guy's a fucking sick animal. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people just have no, you know, but it's like a common sense thing where it's like, for the most part, you should be able, it's your kid, you should be able to kill it. You know, I'm a libertarian. So, you know.
Well, I think the big stance is not whether you can or should get an abortion, it's how long into pregnancy
that is the thing.
That's like
that is the thing, and I think, you know, you should just be able to say, what do you think?
10 seconds after birth.
No.
You should have up for 1 minute after birth if you don't want it right then and there. Guillotine.
I'm going to go ahead and say me and our viewers do not agree with you.
A fun-sized guillotine.
No, that's not fun for anybody, Joe. You're skating on thin ice, buddy. You got me fucked up, son. No, it's probably like 6-7 months.
Yeah.
6-7 months. Like, TBH, 6.5. Split the difference at 6.5. Some states 6 months, some states 7. You know, that way the states where there's 6 months, they're like, those guys in the 7-month states are fucking sick. Those guys are animals. And it's like, meanwhile, basically everybody who knocks up like a 19-year-old can get that shit taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Like, because abortion, it's not for women, really. It's not even remotely for women. You know, because like women, they're designed to have kids. Like you get a woman pregnant and then immediately their brain starts to dissolve because like they need to make nutrients for a fucking fetus, you know? Like they become stupid and they just can't do anything. The women are just the useless. Moms suck. I mean, like, boy, oh boy, like, because it takes an impact on them, and it's like, that's not, I get it, like, you want to be able to prevent that, but, like, from the moment you're pregnant, you're basically useless. So, and your natural purpose is to, like, give birth and to be, like, barefoot in the kitchen, but I plan on getting us canceled for a different reason every episode. That's been the agenda so far. Who am I going to piss off this time? Specifically, fat women on this one.
Well, but with that, it's now all women.
Well, whatever. But abortion is for men not to have their lives ruined. Because very few chicks are like, chill. You know, and they're just like, I'm not even going to bug you with this. I'm just going to take this and go, not ask for nothing. Very few are like that. You have to... have you seen this Anthony Edwards story?
No, who's that?
He's like Michael Jordan's illegitimate son.
On the train tracks?
What? No, that's his legitimate son.
Oh.
Anthony Edwards is his illegitimate son. He's a basketball player, and he just got Lil Baby's first baby mama pregnant. She's 40, he's 23, and he's like, get the abortion, and she's like, Anthony, do you hate me? He typed so fast that he said, he's. He didn't even say yes. He's. Bitch, I hate you so bad. Why would you try to trap me? Why would you do this?
Wait, doesn't she have a kid?
Yeah, she's got other kids. That's
with
her
little baby though.
Yeah, that's her whole plan. Is like, this dude's got money. Let me get pregnant. Like, I'm getting taken care of. She has no job. She lives off that. That's
Aisha Williams is her name.
Yeah, that's, I mean, I don't even want to say her name. Let's not give her that kind of attention. Like, all these women do is become role models for young women. Good. Good. Practice hypergamy, get pregnant, but you got to be chill. You got to get the borscht. You got to get the borscht. I mean, that's why Planned Parenthood for so long, Planned Parenthood has just been like, okay, for real. Like, we want a path where the people who want to get pregnant are able to easily get pregnant. We're going to make fertility stuff easily accessible. But also the people whose entire lives would be derailed, not only by having a kid, but by, like, being permanently attached to this other person. You can't have that. And so Planned Parenthood was like, we're gonna make a plan, right? We're gonna have a set of steps. We're gonna have an agenda. We're gonna follow the program, right? Then the check bounced. Now Planned Parenthood is Hamas. Planned Parenthood is about to slide, dude. I have no idea if you know. Planned Parenthood is not just going to stop targeting inner city children. Planned Parenthood is not going to just actively not seek retribution for the doors being closed. What are you looking up over there?
I'm just looking for an article as to why they took all their Instagram posts down.
Oh, dude, because it's coming. The Doge probe is coming to Planned Parenthood. It's about to hit all the Medicare stuff, all the Medicaid stuff, the biggest frauds supposedly ever. I believe it. I believe it. Where is all of my money going? I hit a fucking pothole in Blue Springs. My car is practically totaled. I mean, I just had it. You have no idea how long I've spent fucking fixing this car up, getting everything perfect. I'm cruising. Everything's going perfect. I pull up to a show. Thank God I made $12 at this show because I fucking ruined my car for it. Yeah, and Planned Parenthood, they're going through the same shit. They're going through the same shit. Their funding is going to be under investigation. They got to cut it out. They have to stop what they're doing. They're going to have to go grassroots and start selling crack. You want to affect the birth rates? They're going to have to start, distribute it in some choice chemicals into communities. And good luck doing that under RFK's watch, you sick sons of bitches.
They're going to start moving baggies through Rap Snacks.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be some sort of illegitimate fucking operation going on. And Planned Parenthood is going to try to do something. I have no doubt that they're going to try to become like martyrs for this thing.
I think maybe something that would help them too is if they had like some sort of punch card system or reward system.
No, that's not what we want. We're going to move on. All right, we're going to wrap on that. Hey, maybe we add like a funky transition. How about we just, let's do a poll. Should next episode, something like this happen, should we add a funky transition where we make Joe not look like a retard? Or should I just keep fucking doing this kind of fucking, you're so scared, you fucking pussy. Fucking, I don't know, dude. I don't know. The funding's getting cut everywhere. All their programs are getting shut down. I mean, pull them. You have like a list of some of the fun ones?
Yeah. I'm just going through the Doge and then...
I mean, everybody's said a bunch of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's $34 million for some trans orchestra. It's like, dude, the Trans-Siberian does help a lot of people, but no.
The orchestra?
I'm joking.
Oh.
But, it's like, okay, they got, a clown school in Uganda, like that they're funding. Why are they funding clown school in Uganda? Do you have like a big list of these funky ones?
Hundreds of workers, foreign aid.
Yep. Why don't you keep reading until you say something interesting? And we'll see how long we have to edit out. That was fun last time, wasn't it?
Everyone is so... No one actually knows what USAID is, that every time you look it up...
Everyone knows exactly what USAID is. Where do you get your information? Are you Googling?
Well, why...
Are you on Google?
What
are you... Go to Mike Benz's Twitter. What are you fucking talking about? Just look up something that's reliable. Just go to AI. Just be like, what are some interesting fucking things that the Doge probe has uncovered? Like, fucking anybody could do your job. Do you know how close I am to replacing you with somebody that I get to fuck also? They're the mail order brides in Asia, they send you another one if the first one runs away.
Global health, HIV and AIDS, maternal and child health, tuberculosis and malaria.
Okay, you are clearly on some fucking MSNBC bullshit. Dude,
This is ChatGPT is what it's spitting out.
Okay, yes. ChatGPT is owned by you-know-who, so let's not use that one. Go to Grok. Grok it. Better grok that shit. I don't know. This is a grok of shit, let me tell you. You better fucking start typing, stop laughing. It feels disingenuous, dude. I don't pay you to laugh. I pay you to look shit up.
Okay, I'm gonna say what's funded under USAID to grok. 6 posts.
What has been
Oh, okay. Here
examples of alleged fraud under USAID? How about that?
We're just wanting fraud?
I mean, all of it's fraud. You say that it's going to AIDS shit, but then you look into the AIDS shit and it's like 75% of the AIDS money actually went to weapons in Israel or like Democratic politicians in fucking Minnesota. It went to Ilhan Omar. Turns out, all the money for the AIDS patients in Uganda went to fucking Ilhan Omar.
Support for cultural projects like operas or comic books.
Yes, give me
focusing
an
on
example of how much
transgender themes.
Yes, pull up the transgender opera that they did with the Aboriginals. I sent it. It's in your Twitter DMs. Yeah, pull that one up and play it for me because this is so clearly like I feel stupid. Before you play it, I feel so stupid. This is when everybody like right after COVID was like, fuck. You could just get away with the PPP thing. I know people who hit for like 400 racks on that shit. They're riding around in fucking Lamborghinis and shit. And I'm like, oh, we could all just lie about we could all just make shit up. Apparently, USAID was just funding whatever bullshit. I wish I knew. Yeah. God, I wish I knew because I would have made the most retarded shit and sucked all the money out of that shit. I would have everybody's taxpayer dollars. I would be like, I run an organization where we get Birkin bags for strippers. Don't play the fucking video.
I had it muted.
We run an organization where we get Birkin bags for strippers and we fund cocaine use for me. That's the organization that we run, and it somehow supports the non-binaries and the Zers in Salem, Oregon, who are currently being persecuted for being a witch. They're bringing back the Salem witch trials. If you ask any non-binary roommate who was asked to do the dishes in the state of Oregon, it's basically persecution, and Oregon's hanging on to that fucking woke movement, dude. They're not letting go. They're like, oh, we need this shit. We've made this. When you sink your entire identity into something so hard, you can't let go. Mm-hmm. You've been lying your entire life. You can't tell the truth now. That check is gonna bounce, but you gotta sell it like it's real. You've got to go in there like, this is fucking cash money, baby. You take this there today. You know, you don't got to wait till Friday. Take it today, because I'm a man of my word. This shit is legit. You know, we're above board. All the books are good, brother. You know, we're moving and grooving. We're with the movers and shakers. We're waking and baking. And, you know, this prize is ripe for the taking. And they walk right in, and they hand him this check. This check is no good. Play the video. Yes. Yeah, find transgender woman duets with Aboriginal elders. And play the video for me. Turn it around.
We haven't business expensed a YouTube Premium account yet.
I claimed you as a dependent, by the way, so don't expect a tax return.
And I love
I assume this is the transgender.
Well, what gave it away, Joe? Was it the Adam's apple, or was it just the entire rest of their face? I mean, that's a transgender woman. We're going to be respectful of trans identities on the podcast. But this is a woman who was born in the body of a man who still retains many of the features. Mm-hmm. She is, she's singing. She's singing, and she's kind of pouring her heart into this.
Is that Teddy
Hang
Swims next to her?
He's laughing. Play it. Take it back just a minute. Take it back to when she's like still singing for just a second. Oh yeah. I mean, it's somber. Like, you're in the mood. You're like, oh wow, this must be for a good cause. These people have all suffered. Like, you know, the struggle is not that different. Listen. He says, "You're a guy," and then he laughs. He says, "You're a guy."
Oh.
It's fucking. You're a guy. You're a guy. He starts laughing. This is not how they sound when they perform their ritual. They knew that they were ripping everybody off. They probably got an enormous check for this. Pause it. Why are you letting it play and ruin the audio?
This is like.
I know you're fascinated.
This is the
you're
greatest
welcome.
thing I've ever seen.
You're welcome. So here's what this is. These liberals don't think that this is fraud. That's the biggest issue, is they think that this is legitimately a good use of taxpayer dollars because they think that this is like, oh, we're supporting marginalized communities and like uplifting oppressed voices, and like they think they're checking every box for what a fucking Marxist professor would want you to do, right? The issue is this is just somebody who has a GoFundMe with 5,000 out of 12,000 for the donation for the facial feminization surgery. Somebody who is just an online panhandler. Just a panhandler of posts, if you will. Somebody who navigates the internet as though it's an exit ramp of a highway, where every post that gains traction, any viral reply to a comment, hey, check out my GoFundMe and support a trans woman living in an unsafe conditions. And really all it is it's just your parents who want you to get a job. Those are the unsafe conditions. Like, you know, everybody was freaking out about this fucking migrant crisis, and they're like, oh, like, who's gonna harvest all the fucking blueberries? How about all these fucking losers on 4chan all day? How about them? Throw them in the fields and have them fucking pick them for $3 a day. Why not, dude? Fucking what else are they doing? Taking up server space, dude. Real estate is becoming more valuable digitally. Get them offline. It should be rich people should be online. Poor people need to be in the fields. That sounded dangerous. I want to clarify something when I say that. I'm just talking about like the Redditors. I'm just talking about the wave of men who are influenced by Serena Williams' husband. That's the guy who founded Reddit.
Wait, Serena Williams, the tennis?
Yeah, the one who just crip walked during the Super Bowl during Kendrick's performance.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, you didn't know she had a rich baby daddy. You didn't know. You didn't know this dude who fucking... Look at this guy. The pictures are going around everywhere. I mean, God, I wish that was me. I mean, this guy's a nerd.
He did co-found Reddit.
Not to touch too much on, previous episodes, but, like, the nerds are up. The cool guys have lost. Serena Williams is with this dork. And, yeah. Look at him.
He is. Do you want to play the early life game with him?
No. No, I do not. Yeah, let's find out. Let's go.
Parental from the United States. Refugees after the Armenian genocide. Immigrant from Germany and Ohan in Germany spoke. No, it doesn't. Well, Brooklyn, which is close enough.
Okay, so go to the Wikipedia page on the Armenian genocide because, first of all, not sure if you know anything about the Armenian genocide. I need a quick refresher. Let me take a gander.
Middle of World War I.
No, it's still basically going on. There's bad stuff redirected from. You know what? Never mind. Fuck this. Bail out of this. I had a good thing going, and you're trying to fuck me over with genocide.
Well, that's just.
I did not know. I do not want to play the early life game. Edit that entire thing. No. Firm no. No, these fucking nerds, they got Serena Williams. Did you watch the Super Bowl?
I watched it. I'm pretty pissed still.
I can't believe that we stopped editing clips from the podcast so that we could go watch that stupid fucking game. I mean, God damn it, dude. I mean, holy shit. I had 75 large riding on that. The Bosnians are coming for me. I got Eastern Europeans that are looking to break my gem caps. You're lucky I'm not gem caps. Break my kneecaps. We're lucky I don't get uncut gems in the middle of this fucking podcast. We're gonna need to work some editing magic with that because that's just too
So
good.
perfect.
I hate that I gave it away, but that's how it works, when you're living life on the edge. No, it was a fucking horrific game to watch. Like, holy shit. Fuck Philadelphia. I've been right about everything I've said on this podcast but the Super Bowl.
I think
I said Chiefs by 1,000,000. I was off by
you just had the team switched.
well, no. I mean,
It was Eagles
I mean,
by 1,000,000.
It was Eagles by 18. And they gave us 20 of those 22 points. God damn.
I think what I'm most upset about is that the people of Kensington Avenue have more to celebrate than me.
Well, don't worry about it. They'll overdose in the next couple days. That's just the way things. An 18-year-old will fall off another light post, and then the city will be somber again for a little. And then. And then people will be like, "Oh, Kendrick was fucking doing the thing about the kid who fell off the light post." No, he wasn't. It was referencing some of his earlier stuff. The Super Bowl halftime show. I noticed that a lot of people who are here's the problem. Nobody's perfect, right? Everybody who's got good taste and who to hang out with and what music is good and who's just fun to be around fucking sucks on paper, dude. They vote all wrong. They want the world to be this fucking weird shitty version of it, so it sucks, right? And then the people who are auditing the government and shit like that and doing really cool, they're fuck yeah, we need to shut down all these things that are ruining the lives of Americans. Then they turn around and they're black people, I can hardly understand them. It's dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Not I think Ben Shapiro's a cool guy in really any aspect, but the people in that sort of conservative talking point sphere, that was their whole thing. Oh, I can hardly understand. Oh, Beyonce won the Country Music Award. Oh, we're always dude. Beyonce's music is better than all those other albums. Sorry. Kendrick Lamar is a fantastic artist. He performed a really great halftime show.
I thought it was pretty good.
It was. I mean, I couldn't enjoy it physically because I was hiding. I was sweating and just hiding. I was oh my God, they're going to kill me. I need to leave the country. I was calling friends who are in Amsterdam. I'm you got to get me out of here. I need to get on the closest submarine to Argentina. I need to hide forever. But
I do know what you're talking about, though. It's the people who are just they just want a level, they go, I want everyone to be equal.
yeah,
I don't want these trans bathrooms taking up school. I don't want children involved in that. And then they hear black people talk, or they'll talk to a black call center representative on the phone, and then they'll hang up and they go, well, I just couldn't understand that at all.
Yeah, I mean, these people, they just talk.
Yeah.
And it's dude, what the fuck? Be chill. All you
Yeah.
got to do is be chill. Because if you're chill, they're pretty chill. Yeah. And it's such a disappointing performance by our Kansas City Chiefs. It really makes you wonder what happened, right? Everybody online was the Chiefs are cheating, the Chiefs are cheating, the Chiefs are paying the refs. Maybe the check bounced. I don't know. No, that would
The
be
Chiefs were funded by USAID.
yeah, that would be too simple, right? If the Chiefs aren't paying the refs, that's it. The refs aren't getting the USAID money. You want in on this? I'll tell you a little secret. Brittany Mahomes stopped getting those USAID checks. She stopped calling Patrick the N-word in the bedroom. He can't perform in those conditions, dude. He needs that. Dude, you're not performing at your best unless you're busting fat nuts. You know the way you perform after you bust a fat nut? The way you tackle the day? The way Patrick Mahomes was playing, it was he hadn't busted a nut in weeks,
That's
dude.
actually great. He was playing with heavy balls.
Yeah, dude, he was sluggish. He could not move around. He was Big Balls, the Doge fucking guy. He was he just couldn't move. He was struggling out there because Patrick Mahomes, one thing about him, he needs to be called the N-word to climax. And Brittany Mahomes is the only one with the right amount of twang to do it. Because, like, it'll be, and foreplay for them is, like, when she does subtly racist stuff, like, when they're on, like, one of those, like, interview shows, and they're like, what's his favorite food? And she's like, fried chicken.
Oh, yeah, they fucked
fried chicken. Chicken fried steak? It was like tacos. Like, when she microaggresses, that's foreplay. That's setting the mood. Champions are made by loads busted, fat loads being busted, and Patrick needs eye contact and racism in order to climax. And you know, that's what happens when the check bounces. When Brittany Mahomes suddenly is like, oh no, I don't want a picture with Trump. I want to sit with Taylor and Ice Spice. I want to sit with the girls. I want to be a feminist. I don't like Harrison Butker either. I'm a girl's girl. It's wrong to call Pat the N-word. I didn't know it was wrong. I've been getting these checks from the Democrats. I thought that was right. I didn't know they didn't want me to. It's a trap.
Is she that Southern? I think she's from Texas, but she didn't talk
I mean,
like
she
that.
talks pretty Southern.
Oh, I didn't know that. I've never actually heard her voice.
She mostly screams, so nobody knows what she sounds like when she's talking. She mostly, deport them, right? Like, what the fuck, dude? That performance was so embarrassing, dude. If you're not, at least, and maybe she sucked him off and fucking, it was, they do autoerotic asphyxiation from a tree. During halftime, they went out and fucking, I don't know what he needs. And I wouldn't do that. I don't even like race play. You know, I sleep with black women sometimes. I'm progressive.
Have you ever
Lately.
been with a white girl?
Yeah,
Oh.
a bunch.
Okay.
I got burned out, if we're going to be honest. Like, I retired them somewhere in like 2016, 2017, and I was like, I've kind of had enough. I've relapsed a couple times. And I thought there would be more Latina in the mix. There's been very few. The Latina that there has been like
Wait, does she play
Afro-Latina.
Does she play soccer? Does she play for the current?
Who?
Brittany Mahomes.
I have no.
Because I Googled her, and it shows her as American soccer player.
What?
It shows her as American soccer player.
Well, who gives a shit? Put it away. Like, nobody. This bitch is just a loud mouth.
She is, yeah.
Nobody cares about her accolades.
She just owns the team.
Does she?
Yeah, she owns the current.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. They own the team. So that makes her a soccer player.
That makes her a soccer team owner. I wouldn't say player.
Does it say player up there? Is that what you just read to me?
Yeah.
Okay. So could you answer the question with a yes or a no, dumbass?
I don't think she is a soccer player.
No, she's obviously not, dude. She's a taxpayer-funded fucking cum guzzler who fucking made the Chiefs champions 2 years in a row and then stole history in the making from out in front of us. And just gave it to a fucking retard city where nobody knows how to read. The entire Philadelphia is funded by USAID. That's the entire city of Philadelphia is USAID. City of Brotherly Love, that's where all the AIDS money is going. I remember that movie, Tom Hanks. You got AIDS, brother. That's how they said it in the movie.
Yeah.
You haven't seen the movie. They don't
I've
do
seen
that.
the movie. I like the movie.
Yeah? What's the movie called?
Philadelphia with Tom Hanks.
Okay.
He has AIDS. I've seen every AIDS movie.
Okay. Why have you seen every AIDS movie?
I don't know.
Yeah, yes sirree. By the time this episode is out, Valentine's Day will have passed. And I tell you, you need to keep your life simple, okay? If I can advise one thing, it's keep your life simple. Hallmake does not... God damn it.
Sometimes, here, you can get out of it, because what he was trying to say is...
Shut up.
Yeah.
Keep your life simple. Keep your life simple, dude. Hallmark does not make a card for your ex-girlfriend's birthday / Valentine's Day combo of I still have feelings for you, but I'm not ready to pursue things any further because I'm still fucking up in life card. You know, they don't make one of those. They all just say shit that you can't say anymore due to a restraining order. You know, they all the Hallmark cards not restraining order friendly.
They should make like some sort of like
Here.
flower thing that
Here.
can go onto an ankle monitor.
New business idea.
Oh, is this a sponsor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, if you want to start one of these companies, this is the way we do ads now. I'm giving you business ideas. You make the business, you fund it, and then you pay me to advertise it because I see the vision and I know where you want to take it. All right? All right. What was I talking about? I've already lost what I was going to say.
Hallmark and Valentine's Day.
Okay, listen here. Do you have your eye on a special someone? Do you want to get them something that lets them know that they're on your mind? Come down to rentastalker.com where we have professional services where we will stalk the fuck out of whoever you want. Send them creepy anonymous gifts. They will be like, who the fuck sent this? It's not traceable back to you. That's our job. You want to know? You want to know what's going on? You want to fucking see who your ex is banging? Don't hire a private investigator. That's weird. Hire somebody who will manipulate her into wanting to get back together with you. Yeah. Hire somebody who will target their online dating profiles with AI and make them fall in love with people who don't exist, sending them crawling back to you. Now available at your business name here. $10 million, easy. First round of funding, A seed, yep, 10 mil.
USAID.
Yeah,
Get
I mean,
USAID money.
if it was still going to be around, I could have probably got that on the ground, off the
Yeah.
ground. That would have been doable.
I'm
I'm so pissed, dude. I could have thought of anything. I could have thought of anything. Do you know how many times I was like at the skate park and I was like, all right, I'll give somebody a hit of this blunt if they fucking do a front flip off of the bowl, and then 10 retards would break their necks as they tried to jump into the bowl. And I could have just been like, oh, we're raising money for the retards with the fucking anything. If it's supporting the arts, like, what we're going to do, we're going to get the guy, somebody who got locked up 20 years ago for cocaine trafficking. The day that they get out, right before they get deported, we get to borrow them for 10 minutes. And we're going to open this 10-minute art exhibit where he lays on the ground and whips clay and and then we're going to sell the painting for $100 million and just donate that to Bernie Sanders via the workers.
signed work.
Yeah, it's just, whatever. It's a contribution. You know, we got to make it because, you know, people don't understand art is worthless. Mm-hmm. It's worthless. If you make art, kill yourself. But also, you can do whatever you need to do to save your career. If you make art, you deserve to be broke. And you'll probably end up fat. That's the way things work. If you make art, you're worthless, basically. You know, they inflated the value of art. Look this up. The CIA inflated the value of art in the 80s. It's like the Rothko paintings. I used to date this she's probably a CIA plant, if I'm being realistic with myself, because who would fucking like Rothko paintings? But are you a Rothko guy? You like him?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, okay, he's a painter. Type in Mark Rothko later. But they were like, oh, these paintings need to be selling for $600 million. And the entire reason why, just to confuse the Soviet Union.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just to disrupt their whole thing. You know, the way that they're doing us with, like, you know, gender and race and, you know, all the other
Facebook ads.
Yeah, we did that with them with their art, because the Russians, they used to produce like great art, Dostoevsky and like all kind the ballet. It all came from that block. You know, they live in a brutal way, which produces great art. But art is supposed to be the best podcast episodes are going to be these at the beginning while we're struggling and I fucking still have Joe working for me. These are going to be the glory years. Okay, by the time I blow up and make it big and they find Joe's body, they're never going to catch on to me, first of all. But I'm not going to be funny anymore, because nobody's that funny when they're successful. The greatest rappers don't produce their best work when they're already successful. It's always when you're hungry, when you have that drive, which is why fat people never make it far, because they don't know what it's like to be hungry. They don't hold on to that feeling and let it drive them. They just have that feeling and then drive or get a Lyft to a fucking restaurant. I know I can fit in there. No, you can't. It's pretentious to say that you could fit somewhere, because all fat people have body dysmorphia. You don't know how big you are, because I see you and you're big as fuck. And if you could see that you're big as fuck, you would do something about it. Because I know what I see, and, like, I don't see everything. I know my dick has to be way bigger than what I can see. You know, like, I know that I probably think I'm skinnier than I am. You know, everybody thinks that they're, you know.
Well, everyone sees
everybody's
the worst
got body
version.
dysmorphia. I know my dick's not this little. It's got to be big. It's got to be big. It's got to be big. You know how I know it's not big? Because I ask. I ask.
Is my dick big?
I'm like, is it big?
And what does he say?
In any regards, what was I saying?
Oh, you were talking about the CIA.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Joe. Fucking, I hate you. You almost ruined this whole thing. I ask him, is it big? I've asked. And you know what? Some have said yes. Some have said yes. But some are liars. You know, you have to factor that in, right? I've never gotten a no. And no women are truth tellers. So you also have to factor that in. What I've gotten a lot is it's perfect.
Ooh.
I didn't ask, is it perfect? I asked, is it big? I don't want a dick that's perfect. I don't want a perfect dick. If this is what perfection is, get rid of it. It's not working for me. Because I don't want my dick to feel amazing for the both of us, right? For me to be able to put it all the way in and you to be like, wow, I'm full. Like, this is actually perfect. That's not what I want. I want my dick to be just a little too big. Because I want to be able to cause pain.
Okay.
You know, I want to, like, have that capability, but I want to, like, practice restraint. Like, I know I can only stroke 85% of the way in, you know? I know, I want to know that. Like, knowing what I know now, I got a perfect dick. Like, I can just, God damn, she's going to be happy no matter what. There's no way I can disappoint her now. And do you know how hard that is for me? I get off on disappointing women. So it can't be sexually because I'm too good. It has to be some sort of character defect that I have. Because guilt is ultimately the feeling that I'm after. It's what I need to feel fucking... I was raised Catholic, can you tell? I need the guilt. I need to feel bad. I need to feel good and then feel bad about feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Like, that guilt is what drives me every day. It's what gets me waking up in the morning and dropping off flowers to giving women flowers and fucking.
You just schedule dates with girls and just not show, or you're like purposely 15 minutes late, hard as fuck.
I'm early with flowers, and then I just I just let it go. I just don't pursue it, and they're like, why don't you try? And I'm just like, I don't know that I have it in me. Having a perfect dick is hard. I'll tell you though, one thing I haven't tried, and maybe it's time. Before it's all over, maybe I need to start fucking fat chicks. Because maybe it's too much. Maybe I just can't get in there all the way, and maybe I do disappoint them sexually. Before the fat chicks go extinct, before the fucking meteorite that is RFK fucking takes all the chemicals out and makes you fatties start sweating, before Michelle Obama starts waking you up in the middle of your sleep like David Goggins, who's gonna carry the logs, and fucking making you run in the middle of the night. That's right, Michelle's coming in. She's doing it by hand. Before the fat chicks all get taken into camps with the immigrants. Maybe I should fuck a few. Maybe it's time. It could be, because I'm thinking these rappers like Money Long, not Money Long. Fucking what's her name? Dank DeMoss. Why do I keep wanting to call her Money Long? Is that the bitch who sings the like? It's like MUNI. Yeah, is this an Asian bitch?
Money Long is a stage name of Priscilla. Yeah, she is Asian.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Why do I want to keep calling this fat bitch an Asian bitch? You know when you get two different kinds of bitches mixed up?
She's a writer for Rihanna.
Okay, whatever. All right, we may. Okay, I may have to start fucking some fat chicks, and hopefully USAID gives me some money for it. Hopefully I can start getting paid, cause these. I mean, Dank DeMoss, she's a rapper, and she's blowing up off just being fat. You can do that now. Like back in the day, you know how hard you had to work to blow up as a rapper? Like, outside of me promoting this podcast like a mixtape rapper, I'm like approaching teenagers at the mall. I'm like, hey kid, you smoke weed? I'm like, hit this. You ever heard of podcasting? Check this out. It's going to blow your mind. You ever taken acid? Come here, little boy. You ever tried crystal meth? I got him hooked up on the crystal meth, not gonna make it combo. Hey, smoke this fentanyl off this foil and tune in to episode 4. No, that's not what I do. But I mean, it is. I have a guerrilla marketing approach because it's intense. It's hardcore. It's hard coming up these days. I'm not corporate, dude. I don't have a big label push behind me. They're not going to endorse what I say. Nobody can back this up. I'm the only one who stands on this business. It's like when Kevin Gates was like, I started that woman's car with my hands, and if I didn't, may God murder my children. Take them now. Like, he's the
Kill
only...
them today.
Today. Take them right now. Today. That's... Dude. Soulja Boy had to work hard as fuck. Nobody worked harder than Soulja Boy. Nobody. Where were you at in 2007? Because I know I was in my friend Jalen's basement. Shout out to you if you watch it, childhood friend. Shout out to Jalen. I was in Jalen's basement, and I learned to crank that. Because Soulja Boy had a push, dude. Soulja Boy was working hard as fuck. He was putting in overtime hours on MySpace, Twitter. He was, some of Soulja Boy grinded hard as fuck. He put out so much music. He would shout out his own Twitter on his songs. He was the first rapper to do that. He was the first rapper with his own gaming console. Look up all the other things Soulja Boy was the first rapper to do, because he's the first to do basically everything. And I'm not bullshitting. That's not just a meme. Soulja Boy is for real. Big Draco? So, come on. For real? Word for word, bar for bar. I mean, you can't say you didn't quote that. I don't know the last thing that I quoted that Marlon Wayne said. There's beef going on. Tell me more.
He was apparently he pioneered he was funding into one of the first companies to do exotic car rental ships. Rental ships?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ahead of the curve on that.
That's dude, I mean, he's an innovator. Soulja Boy is like Chameleonaire from episode 1. Was that episode 1 that
I think so.
Yeah. Soulja Boy is one of those ones where it's like he's got the Midas touch. Everything's gold in Soulja Boy's hands. I'll be honest. It's been a while since I sat and listened to a full Soulja Boy project. A lot of the new stuff, it's going over my head, but I know he's still making money. He's like streaming, playing GTA with T Grizzly and shit. He's like, and there were songs that I've heard relatively recently,
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard Whole Lot of Money by Soulja Boy?
Stop putting me on the spot and asking me questions. You don't run this podcast.
Well, it's
don't
my
play
favorite
the
song.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not. This right here is my swag. All the girls, they owe me. Damn. Everybody pay attention. This right here is my pretty boy swag. Hey, what if we just like trailed off the rest of the podcast? It was just me doing Soulja Boy's greatest hits. I could do it because Soulja Boy's that influential. I mean, when I was coming up, dude, the school bus, what we listened to on the school bus, as much as I would want to say like, oh, dude, fucking Tupac and fucking big, fuck no, dude. You know what peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly and a baseball bat. Why was that song so fucking popular?
I never
USAID, that's why. Everything retarded was funded by USAID. My entire childhood, Soulja Boy was probably funded by USAID, and that's why he got the funding later. He grinded hard enough and showed them Soulja Boy needs to take this international. Soulja Boy needs to go global, And so USAID got behind him. USAID got behind Kanye West. Rearrange the letters in Adidas. What does it smell? What does it spell? I can't do this, dude.
What does it spell?
USAID.
Oh. There's no U in Adidas.
Kill yourself. I don't care. I wouldn't. I'd just keep using your bedroom as a podcast studio. If I came in here and found you, you know how quick I could get a fucking a Laotian in here? You know how fast I could have a Laotian 12-year-old doing your job and simultaneously like making me a sweater? You know how fast I could have a knockoff Gucci bag and Goyard wallet? And they'd be fast to query. They're good at querying because these countries have been funded by USAID for so long. All these other countries, they've been receiving our tax dollars, and it's going to just basically everybody but you, everybody but the regular American people. I mean, Adidas, USAID gave Kanye West access to billions of dollars. What does he do? Turns around and starts selling Nazi shirts. Sorry, dude, you're opening yourself up for a lawsuit with Hugo Boss. They did it first. You gotta respect that. You gotta do what you're good at. Dude, Kodak Black was like eating food in the middle of the street. I pray for Kodak Black because I like him. I like him a lot. They accuse him of being, a sexual predator, and they say, he didn't rape her, but he beat her up after he had sex with her. And I'm like, yeah, but he got pardoned. Did you forget that part? Like, once they're pardoned, like, it's not only like they're let out of jail, like, you also have to let that go. That's how that works. You have to let it go. Nobody can bring up the Biden crime family. Nobody can bring up Dr. Fauci. You have to let it go. It's not just they don't get prosecuted. You also can't form an angry mob and go to their house. You can't. You just can't. That's not something you can do. But Kodak Black, he's on the streets. I pray for him because he should be doing much better than maybe he is. I feel like Half the time I see him, he's like wildly successful. He's like in an Airbnb. He's got brand new jewelry on. There's OnlyFans chicks around. He's smoking weed and he's on ecstasy. And then the next video, he's like run out of ecstasy. The Airbnb has kicked him out. Like the women have robbed him for his money and jewelry and shoes. And he is sitting in the middle of the street trying to enjoy some like Chinese food. And Kanye West was like, you know what? George Bush doesn't care about black people, but I do. I'm going to go save Kodak Black. And so he pulled up on Kodak Black. You know, he pulled up on him in the middle of the street. I don't know if you've seen this. Ye. He wants to be called Ye. He'll get upset and he'll send me porn that's black dudes with white chicks, which is like the opposite of what I like. He's gonna send that to me. I don't want him to do that. He saw that and he said, George Bush does not care about Kodak Black, but I do, and I have all this USAID money. I'm gonna take care of him. And he came. And he brought a check that wasn't worth dick. That shit bounced, and now we're here. The check was worth a Lyft ride when you're 500 pounds. The check doesn't get you from point A to point B. Do you know what I'm saying? The check wasn't worth a visit to the Planned Parenthood. Okay? The check couldn't get you out of child support. The check couldn't get you to the clinic. Check gets you nowhere. Check leaves you standing in the Hallmark aisle saying, fuck, what do I say? The check bounced and you're left with nothing. You're not going to make it. I think that was just about perfect. I think maybe we cut off. And I like it when we use the audio. I think maybe we leave this audio in where I'm calling it perfect, and then even little behind the scenes action for these homos.
Zoom ba da ba da ba.